I wanted to get into teacher career ladders because I think that's an important piece, and I do agree that there should be those opportunities that don't force a teacher to leave teaching in order to progress through the system, and I'm very interested in that topic. In Carroll County, as well as other counties, we have resource teachers, mentor teachers, department chairmen, even coordinators. Their sole job is to either provide professional development, model good teaching, work with teachers in the classroom for professional development. I abhor the model of sending teachers out to get professional development. I'd rather have it on time where they work to provide the correct. We've tried to create that in Carroll County and been somewhat successful in doing that and reducing the number of sit and gets that you get out in a centralized environment. But the classification, and my question really goes to the classification of those teachers. Statistically, a lot of people ask me and statistically report teachers in different classifications for reporting purposes, is who is in front of children, whether it's a reduced amount of time, not at all, because of the other duties associated with that. And I'm particularly interested in the 90% of classification of teachers. In Carroll County, it's 67% proportionally of teachers or employees who are classified as teachers. And you mentioned county or statewide, or I guess nationally, it's about 50%. How are those teachers' classification captured in when you report 90%? Are those teachers who are not in front of students but providing those other ancillary duties or career ladders, are they still classified as teachers? Or
No. I may have miscommunicated.
I
was talking about all education personnel, not just teachers.
Okay.
So when I said that in Japan 90% of the money goes to teachers, that's literally what I meant. That is, the other 10% goes to the people in the ministry that go into the regional offices of what we would call school districts and so on. So they're not necessarily teachers who are outside that boundary.
Well, that's not how the state of Maryland captures.
Yeah, I mean, these are you obviously are very familiar with the problem of how to classify things. Betsy and I will be on an airplane in a couple of weeks to Paris to talk with the people at the OECD about how they classify these things. As they do, the number I shared with you about Japan comes from Andreas Schleicher, who heads the education program at the OECD, and I'm going to ask him. I had planned to do it before you asked the question, but you've given me added impetus to ask him
Thank you.
What the classification system is on which that is based.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's apples.
No, it's a really good point, and we need to be sure it is apples to apples.
Thank you.
Yeah.